Hello, I am Raman. I am here to share my experience about the college Narsee, Monjee, Mumbai, the CD and the PI. It went like this. The first we were divided into groups of 13 and we were taken to a separate room for a CD. It was a semicircular arrangement where we were made to sit and there were 3 panelists, one a male, 2 female panelists. And the topic was, you are Swaminathan and you are a team leader in an international private bank and you are working very well in your team and you are performing very well in the company itself. And there is a competitor in the market that is trying to poach you from your existing company, and it has lured you with a double salary incentive and at the same time has asked you to get a data client base from your previous company and also 2 team members of your team. So now you have to decide what steps Swaminathan as you should take, and you have to discuss on this. 5 minutes time was given to us first to think and then 15 minutes discussion. So the CD went quite well, like everyone was on the ethical terms. The first we started discussing about ethics and morals here, like it's a more of ethical term, taking high salary hikes just and leaving your existing company. I also added one more point, like your existing company is the one which turned a liability into an asset. So you should not leave that company. Instead, you should approach the HR manager and talk about the existing situation that is happening in the company itself and the competitor company. So the CD went quite well. We could add for 3 points, and as a whole, we concluded on the same note. The group concluded on the same note that he should not leave his existing company and rather he should approach first his HR manager, and if he needs a salary hike, he should ask the salary hike in the existing company, and also tell the company, make the company aware that a competitor is doing such things in the market that is unethical, asking for a client database. And after that, my group number was 12, so I was called in the serial number 12 for the interview. And the interview started, as I'm from Chandigarh, so it started like this. So, Raman, you're from Chandigarh, so what's special? Tell me something special about Chandigarh. So I was well prepared on this topic about the Chandigarh itself, and I could quote 2-3 points, one being Chandigarh being smoke-free, the first smoke-free city and the first planned city itself. And then they came to my college. The name of my college was DAV, so they asked the full form of that DAV. So I could answer that very well. And then they came to the history, that who started that college. So I also answered the same question, quoting Dayanand Saraswati. So now they asked me a few questions about Dayanand Saraswati, like what he's known for and what all he did in India. So, and what he's known for was like he started the RS March. I could answer that also very well. So the third thing they came was your favorite subject in your graduation. I answered it management accounting. So they asked me to compare between 2 subjects, that is cost accounting and management accounting. So I could answer that also, as I have done that subject in my graduation itself. In my SOP, that's a statement of purpose, I mentioned about my father's business, that I have gained my practical knowledge through my father's business. So they asked few questions about that also, that what's the father business, what's the scale of the business, what you have been doing in the business itself. So I could very easily relate the questions as I have been working there. And then I mentioned an organization. As I don't have a work ex, I've been working in an organization named BOSS. That's an alumni organization of my school. So they asked a few questions about that annual event that take place. I mentioned about the annual event of BOSS Enchant Fate. So they asked me how you, as I'm a team leader there of the sponsorship team, so they asked me about the questions of the company that you take sponsorship from and how do you go into the market itself. So as a whole, I could conclude very well in my personal interview and could answer the questions fairly well.